So, I decided to steal another challenge idea from Casey Golden. I was kind of planning on doing a doodle date one, but I was so inspired by the inverted challenge that I was just like, oh, that's really cool. Because you have to work in exactly the reverse of what you think. Light is dark, dark is light, and the colour wheel is whatever is directly the opposite of it. It can be a bit of a mind F, but I think I had a lot of fun with it. So originally I started off with a sketch that I think that it was some reference off Pinterest, but I didn't really follow it that exactly. It was kind of more for the arms, and I just really loved the face that I made. And then the legs, as you'll see, took 18,000 years, and I was just like, this ain't gonna happen. Let's cut it down to a kind of torso shot. And I think it turned out really well. The hands, I don't remember what they were doing in the reference, but I decided to have it splashing, magic, water, goldfish, cute kind of theme. Mainly inspired by my Animal Crossing Pocket, the Apple one, the app one that I'm playing around with at the moment. It was just this really cute kimono, and I was just like, oh yes, let's make a version of that. I kind of really like the Japanese Popeye goldfish kind of theme, and I thought, let's have fun with it. I do have to admit, I find putting clothing on my drawings pretty hard. I'm kind of working on proportion and anatomy more, and I mean, as you saw by the legs, I'm still working on it, but I kind of found some some manga exam style art of kimonos and how they lay, and I tried to do kind of the layers a bit. It's a bit so-so, but I'm kind of happy with what I managed to achieve at my skill level, and much more happy with the pattern. I think the little Popeye goldfish are really cute, swimming around, living life, having fun. Then we're finally into the challenge, the colouring. So, it seems unfair that it seems that all of the colours, half of the colours, just turn blue. So, red turned blue, yellow turned blue, orange turned blue. And they're all pretty similar blues, yet the opposite way around didn't seem to work the same. So, having that key definitely helped a lot. When I was aiming for the skin colour, I was looking at kind of pinky orange and what would be the opposite of that, and then make it very dark so it'll be very light, which is kind of hard to work out on the fly, and that's why I'm kind of cheating with that chart and testing it out, you know. Furthermore, I kind of literally cheated by testing out skin colours just to start myself off, because if I got that wrong, oh, the rest of it had no hope in hell, because it would look like a weird pink, orange, neon monster if, well, I mean, it would probably still be cute, but it would be a bit odd if the skin colour was just wrong, not human. On screen, it kind of looks just black. I promise I didn't give her Snow White skin. It's slightly bluish, I'd say, and I kind of skewed more towards a slightly yellower oranger tone. and then went full on mid-tone light, aiming for light orangey colour for her hair, so went for kind of a dark teal, as well as her eyelashes and kind of shading on her face. Something I didn't realise until literally the end, because I guess it was so dark, the skin, I didn't actually give her whites in her eyes. They're just the same colour as her skin, but it's kind of just light, so I didn't notice. I did much the same for the kimono as I did for the head and hair. Basically base colour, and I guess it's different in that there was a lot more colour changes and less broad detail until we got into the pattern. So, and a bit more tidying up where it overlaps with different colours. I maybe should have made it transparent, maybe should have had a block of one colour and then detail over it. Maybe next time, who knows if I'll try this kind of colouring again. The real fun came with following the pattern, so I kind of had a base of blue for the water, for the kimono shades of blue, and I wanted a darkish bright orange, I think, for the koi fish, and a light green, kind of pastel-y, kind of matching in tone. I mean, you can see from the beginning, that's one that I ended up, I think that's the worst that I did, which isn't that bad. I did get green, but it was way too bright for what I was aiming for. And I just followed the little fish. I made a repeating, alternating weird pattern. I could have done a few and then repeated it, but I decided to waste my time and have fun making their cute little fishy faces. And it was somewhat relaxing, I guess. The kimono's obi, definitely not pronouncing that right, was kind of an afterthought, as I'm sure you can guess. It has 2 beads on it. It's pretty boring, and I probably should have done the line out differently. I thought it looked nice, but I think the colours were too disparate for it to look good. And yeah, it was just kind of an afterthought. I had done the pattern, so I was kind of having a lazy morning at that point. The foreground was completely in my playhouse, so it's splashing water. I could have done something more fancy with it, but I just made anti-blue. So what's the opposite of blue? It seems like every colour is the opposite of blue, but I wanted it to be quite light, so it went quite dark, so brown. There you go. Remembering in my head. So it made it semi-transparent because water. I could have done a bit more detail, but it was kind of simplistic everywhere else. But the most fun I had was with those fish. So I've finally released my comic Soy, and it's completely my wheelhouse. I've been sketching a lot of fish in that style, and I absolutely adore it. So I wanted them to be a light whitey orange, I believe. So I made them very dark blue, and I wanted them to have black marks, so they have white marks. And I had a variety of faces and just had so much fun. So in my wheelhouse. Good time. And with the foreground and a few details finished, we're done, and switch! Flip the colours. I'm really happy. I think this is probably one of the best colouring jobs I did, probably because I was focusing so much on it. And I think it does fit reasonably well with this aspect of my style. I love the fish. the colour blocking. It was a bit hard without the line art, but I'm going to see how it goes. I definitely recommend this challenge. Thanks again to Katie Golden. Follow me on Instagram if you want to see some of my comic and some art. And I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was fun or relaxing, whatever you watch YouTube videos for. And thank you, come again, guys.